Hello everyone, here are the latest market news on May the 25th, 2021. Japan weighs losses from cancellation of Olympics. Japan could lose 1.8 trillion yen, $16 billion if the Olympics are cancelled, but that pales in comparison to the economic hit from emergency restrictions if the Summer Games become a superpublic event, according to a leading economist. Takahide Kiuchi, executive economist at Nomura Research Institute and former board member of the Bank of Japan, said the first nationwide emergency last spring cost 6.4 trillion yen in damage. Further losses resulted from the second and now third stays of emergency. Olympic organizers have said that the Games postponed since last year will go ahead as long as strict security measures are in place, including ensuring that athletes do not mix with the Japanese public. Opinion polls have repeatedly shown that a majority of the public opposes holding the event during the pandemic. Gates Foundation sold shares of Apple and Twitter. Just weeks before Bill and Melinda Gates announced their divorce, their joint fund sold all their holdings in Apple and Twitter for hundreds of millions of dollars, according to Business Insider. In addition to the general Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation, the Microsoft founder owns a private fund, Cascade Investment, which managed the billionaire's personal fortune. It was created with funds from the sale of Microsoft stocks and dividends. In addition to company stocks, his portfolio includes real estate, energy, and the hotel business. According to documents filed with the U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission, Bill and Cascade Investment transferred billions of dollars worth of stocks to Melinda. As of May the 20th, their total value exceeded $5.8 billion. According to Forbes, Bill's fortune is $125.7 billion. Stocks follow Wall Street gains on Fed reassurance. Asian stocks rose Tuesday following a rally on Wall Street, while the dollar held near a quarter-month low amid easing inflation fears after Federal Reserve officials dismissed concerns of tighter monetary policy. The U.S. National Activity Index came in better than expected, and dovish comments from Federal Reserve speakers bolstered sentiment that policy will remain subdued for some time. European and U.S. stock futures rose 0.14% through 0.27% in early European trading. In Asia, the broadest MSCI index of Asia-Pacific shares outside Japan rose 1.3% to a two-week high after U.S. stocks ended the previous session slightly higher. Japan's Nikkei 225 stock index jumped 0.6%. Wall Street closed Monday with gains as lower Treasury yields boosted high-priced stocks in sectors such as technology, with the sector's main companies, Apple and Microsoft, up. The Dow Jones was up 0.54%, while the S&P 500 and the Tech Nasdaq Composite were up 0.99% and 1.41%, respectively. Oil stays at weekly peak amid Iran's supply delays. Oil prices rose for the third straight day on Tuesday, holding near weekly peaks after jumping more than 3% in the previous session. Expectations of an imminent return of exports from Iran eased. Brent crude futures rose 0.31% to $68.67 a barrel, and WTI gained 0.23% to $66.2 a barrel. Indirect talks between the United States and Iran are due to resume in Vienna this week, the day before Iran and the International Atomic Energy Agency said they were extending the recently expired monitoring agreement by a month, the head of the IAEA said. Nevertheless, the global recovery from the pandemic is uneven, suggesting a mixed outlook for oil demand.